Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have a surprise guest hiding behind me in the bathtub. It's Ike Pooh Bear. He's a baby. Anyway, it's not that hot out, but he really likes to hang on the bathtub. I don't know. It's like 70 out right now, but yeah. Anyway, and you know, if there's a little bit of moisture in the bathtub and his paws have a little bit of dirt on them, then it's really fun. Okay, so today I've got the strangest skincare products I've tried. Got some weird stuff to talk about, and if you thought snail cream and snail mucin was strange, just wait till I get to some of these. These are interesting, unique. Some of them are kind of gross, some of them are just strange and unique. So, okay, so I'm going to start with the one I just picked up, which just came in the last week. That's a Heimish sun patch. So these are like little stickers. Let me open it up. And they're meant to be used as kind of a sunblock, and they fit around your eyes. It's kind of interesting. I have a feeling if your skin tone doesn't match this, you're gonna look kind of strange. I haven't tested these out yet. In the picture, they've got somebody golfing, they've got a bicyclist, they've got a tennis player, they've got a hiker, they've got a runner, they've got a volleyball player. And it's UVA and UVB protection, pretty good. And it doesn't have any fragrance in it, it looks like. So I guess you just stick these right underneath your eyes and then go out for the day. It doesn't look like they're reusable. So I haven't had a chance. They come with 5 of them, five pairs in here. And I think if you're outside a lot, it will be nice and effective and efficient. You might look a little strange. So at some point I'm going to try these out. I haven't really gotten the proper chance to yet. I joined a gym. I used to walk outside a lot, so I could see myself using these outside, and then I put sunglasses on, so I guess if you have these on and then you put sunglasses over it, is there any point? I mean, so the sun's always reflecting off of you, so I just thought these were interesting, not gross or anything else, but an interesting idea, so I'll test them out at some point. Okay, next up, so this one was really strange, and it's a cheese cream. So they called it, it was the Mizon Natural Breath Cheese Repair Cream. I can link to these below. This one was discontinued. I'm not sure why. So when I test that, so they use fermented cheese as an ingredient in here. I tested this out. I did a review on it. And I had a hard time getting through the testing phase of this stuff just because of, it has a strong scent, but it doesn't smell like cheese. It smells like perfume or fragrance. So not only are you putting fermented cheese on your face, but then it's got this strong perfume scent in it. Yeah, I'll just open it up again. It looks like, kind of like cream cheese. It was gross, and that floral smell is awful. So, yeah. So this stuff was interesting. Maybe some people loved it. Nothing wrong with that. If it works for you, go for it. Cheese works, fire it up, you know, go for it. But this was strange, I thought, and I still think it's strange to this day. Another strange one I reviewed that I was very intrigued by, the Klenskin SPF 30, but it's not just a sunscreen, this is a wash. So you wash yourself with this, and it supposedly applies sunscreen to you. So directions: apply liberally 15 minutes, and then you would wash yourself with it like a cleanser, rinse it off, and then supposedly it left a UV protective film on it. I have my UV camera, so I tested this. So I used it, washed with it, and then took the UV camera, which normally with chemical filters, the UV camera, if it's efficient and effective, your skin, instead of looking under the camera like skin, it looks black or gray. If it's a very good sunscreen, it looks very black. If it's not so good, it looks lighter. And when I tested it, I can link to the review for this, but when I tested it underneath the sunscreen camera, it didn't show any level of protection. This one is a chemical sunscreen, avobenzone, octocrylene, and octinoxate. So yeah, so under the UV camera, it didn't show anything. I don't trust it. I didn't trust it, but I thought maybe there's some real secret to this, and maybe my UV camera will reveal that it's really effective. And then if so, that's awesome. Just wash yourself and you're good. It's never that easy, and it wasn't that easy, and it didn't work. So, yeah. If you look on the Amazon reviews to this one, it doesn't have very good reviews either. Maybe it leaves some trace of some type of sunscreen, but certainly not SPF 30. Certainly nothing I would trust. So, yeah. So, cleanse your skin, and then can be used in place of your morning body wash and shampoo. Well, you know, it's unique. At least they're trying something different. Okay, next up I've got the Elizaveccia EGF Retinol Elastic Cream. And the ingredients in here aren't crazy unique. However, it does include something strange, which actually I did a whole video on strange ingredients and I discussed this one. It's Swiftlet nest extract, which apparently comes from a bird, saliva from a bird that they use to like make their nest. They use it in lots of different skincare products in different countries. And apparently it's very hydrating things. Honestly, when I bought this, I didn't even see that ingredient. I should have, because it was one of the first ingredients. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this ingredient because I haven't researched it a ton. I've done a lot of research on other ingredients like snail mucin, how they do it and things like that, where the snails aren't killed and things like that. This one, it's in a gray area for me. So at this point, had I seen that ingredient, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. But that being said, maybe it's just fine, and maybe they have some way to get the Swiftlet nest extract without, I don't know, without whatever I would think they would do to it to get it. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird one, but it, you know, it's in more products than I would have ever thought. So yeah, so maybe there's something to it. This one was interesting. Conserving Beauty is a newer brand. They're based on being conserving the environment and things. So they have some interesting products. They're focused on waterless products. They have a face mask. This is a face cleansing wipe. And when you use it like you would a normal face cleansing wipe, except after you're done cleansing, when you rinse it off, it dissolves into nothing. So, you know, I'll do it really quick. Hang on. Just so you guys can see. Hang on. Okay. Can you see me? Okay, here I am. So, okay, my face isn't dirty, so it's kind of a waste of one, but I don't mind to demonstrate. So here it is. So you'd be dirty, sunscreen, whatever. You'd smooth it off, rinse your skin off, and then you'd rinse this one. And the longer it is in the water, come on. Come on, Sarah. Fire it up. There we go. So the longer it's in the water, it just kind of dissolves into nothing. At first, cameraman was like, don't use that in our sink. You're going to clog it up. But it literally dissolves into nothing. And I guess the only caveat is the container for it's plastic. So it's kind of, that's kind of a little bit of a waste. But hopefully they can figure it out. So you can see it's dissolving. And the more and more you rinse it, it just dissolves literally into nothing. I mean, it's got a bunch of oils in here. Yeah, you can see it's... Oh, I should turn cold water on because my hands are getting cold. Anyway, so you see it. It's just dissolving into nothing, and there's nothing in the sink. It just literally melts into nothing. And they have a face mask that's very similar to this, where you put it on your face like a face mask, and then instead of really even removing it, you can just rinse it off and it just dissolves into nothing. Unique and creative, and I'd like to see more brands doing some creative things like that, because less waste is always a good thing for everybody. So there we go. Okay. Interesting thing. So, Conserving Beauty. They're all cult beauty, so we'll link to them. Okay, a couple more things. So, okay, so I bought this one and I talked about it. This is the Asty NMN Serum. So I was looking for something with excuse me, NMN, nicotinamide, or something like that. Because it's supposedly an antioxidant, people taking vitamins and things like that. So I was very intrigued by it. So I picked it up, and I talked about it a little bit, like my haul, a few things I got, and then a few of you mentioned this, but I didn't realize it. One of the ingredients, they're not going by the proper ingredient coding list. They say human fat cell conditioned culture, which sounds disgusting, like you're applying human fat to your skin. However, I think there's something lost in translation. This one's made in Japan. I think they're actually meant to use adipose stem cells. So instead of putting stem cells, they put human fat, which sounds really gross. That being said, after you guys pointed it out, I've only tested it twice because I'm still kind of grossed out just by the thought of it. But it's used in a lot of other brands that use similar things. So I think there's a lost in translation thing, but it sounds gross. It also has sponge in it, which I'm going to get to with my last two products that use basically sea sponge. So I've talked about these a lot. the TIAM AC Fighting Spot Cream. I really enjoy this. You literally just apply it to red spots or breakouts or things like that. And because of the spicules in the sponge, it helps penetrate deeper than it normally would. So the zinc and niacinamide that's in here get really deep down into the pores. And that's similar technology behind the Reedle shot serum, which is very popular. They've got 100, 300. I think they even have 25 and 50, and then it goes stronger. So naturally, me being me, I start with a 300 instead of the 50 or the 100. I went all the way up. And it just feels like your skin is being pricked by mini pins, and that's just the sponge in it. Sponges are porous, bristly, and it's just, they take that and put it in your product, and then it helps products and ingredients to dissolve deeper and penetrate deeper into your skin. Some people are very opposed to using it, which I kind of understand, because could that be damaging the skin? You know, so there's always pros and cons to everything, but I think if you use this with some other exciting serums and things, it does feel like they penetrate a little bit deeper. Could it all be just kind of a misnomer, and you know, you might feel something, but it doesn't actually do that? Sea sponge does, from what I've read, and there's some PubMed research show that it does kind of penetrate the skin a little bit deeper, which maybe for some damaged skin barriers and things, it might not be the best, or maybe occasional use with a nice serum boosting it and moisturizer or some good ingredients afterwards might help. So anyway, never thought this morning I'd be talking about cheese, human fat, and cleanser and sunscreens all in the same video. So anytime I can make that happen, I've got to do it more, because it's kind of gross and fascinating, and all the different things brands will try and all the things people will buy, people like me who are kind of crazy. Anyway, so I'm interested in hearing from you guys what your strangest product you've tried is. If there's any strange things. There's so many strange things. So, yeah. What are those frowny things I keep hearing about? It's like the silicone mask thing. I keep hearing about frownies on some of these subreddits, but I have not tried them yet. So, anyway. Leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to let Ike take his nap. Okay. Bye, guys.